Episode 11, Growth Mindset versus Fixed Mindset, Breaking Your Inner Ceiling. Welcome back to The Inner Architect. We are officially entering the second half of our journey. If the first 10 episodes were about clearing the land and laying the foundation, the next 10 are about the structure itself, how high you can climb and how strong you can build. This podcast is proudly brought to you by www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com, your laboratory for psychological evolution. Today, we are discussing a concept that acts as the master key to all human achievement. It's the difference between someone who sees a setback as a dead end and someone who sees it as a redirection. We are talking about the work of Stanford psychologist Dr. Carol Dweck, the growth mindset. In the architecture of the mind, your mindset is the ceiling. You can have the best tools, the most dopamine-detoxed focus, and the strongest resilience. But if your ceiling is set low, you will never grow past it. Today, we learn how to shatter that ceiling. Part 1. The two paths of potential. At its core, a mindset is simply a belief about your own abilities and character. The fixed mindset is the belief that your qualities are carved in stone. You are born with a certain amount of intelligence, a certain personality, and a specific set of talents. In this mindset, failure is a verdict. If you fail, it means you aren't smart enough or good enough. It is a static world. The growth mindset is the belief that your basic qualities are things you can cultivate through effort, strategy, and help from others. Talent is just a starting point. In this mindset, failure is information. It is the friction necessary for growth. At www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com, we see the fixed mindset as a defensive structure. It's built to protect the ego from the shame of being found out. But the growth mindset is an expansive structure. It is built for exploration. Part 2. The neurobiology of not yet. To understand why this works, we have to revisit neuroplasticity from episode 3. A fixed mindset actually slows down your brain's ability to learn. When a person with a fixed mindset makes a mistake, brain scans show that their brain activity drops. They shut down because the mistake feels like an attack on their identity. However, when a person with a growth mindset makes a mistake, their brain lights up. They're processing the error, looking for the lesson, and rewiring their neural pathways in real time. Dr. Dweck famously speaks about a school that didn't give out F grades. Instead, they gave a grade of not yet. Think about the psychological power of those two words. F says you are a failure, you are at a dead end. Not yet says you are on a curve. You haven't reached the destination, but the road is still there. Part 3. The danger of praising intelligence. This is a section that usually surprises my clients at www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com. Did you know that telling a child or yourself you're so smart can actually damage their performance? When we praise intelligence or innate talent, we push people into a fixed mindset. They become afraid to try hard things because if they struggle, they might prove they aren't smart after all. They start to value looking smart over learning. To build a 45-minute mastery of this, we must learn to praise the process. Praise the effort, the strategy, the focus, and the persistence. When you tell yourself, I worked really hard to solve that problem, you are reinforcing a behavior you can control. You are building a mindset that is anti-fragile. Episode 8. Part 4. The 4 triggers of the fixed mindset. To truly architect a growth mindset, you must recognize when your fixed mindset persona shows up. It usually happens during these 4 triggers. Challenges. Do you avoid them because you might fail? Fixed. Or embrace them as an opportunity to get stronger? Growth. Obstacles. Do you get defensive and give up? Fixed. Or find a way around? Growth. Effort. Do you see effort as a sign that you aren't natural? Fixed, or as the path to mastery? Growth. Criticism. Do you ignore useful negative feedback? Fixed, or learn from it? Growth. Reflection pause. Think about a skill you've always said you aren't good at. Maybe it's public speaking, or math, or managing people. Is it true that you can't do it, or is that just the fixed ceiling you've built? What would happen if you added the word yet to that sentence? I'm not good at public speaking yet. Part 5. Redesigning your internal dialogue. The growth mindset is maintained through the language of the inner architect. At www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com, we provide a mindset script to help you flip the switch. Instead of, I'm not good at this, say, what am I missing? Instead of, I give up, say, I'll use some of the strategies I've learned. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this may take some time and effort. Instead of, I made a mistake, say, mistakes help me improve. By changing your internal dialogue, you are literally changing the chemical environment of your brain. You are moving out of the threat response and into the growth response. Closing thoughts. A growth mindset isn't about being positive or delusional. It is about being realistic about the human brain's incredible capacity to change. You are a biological system designed to adapt. Every time you push through the ugly middle of learning a new skill, you are proving your growth. For our Mindset Reset workbook and the Praise the Process guide for parents and leaders, visit www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com. Thank you for being here for episode 11. Now that we have shattered the ceiling, we need to talk about what we do with all that new space. In episode 12, we'll dive into deep work and flow state. We'll learn how to focus your upgraded brain to produce work that is truly world-class. This has been a production for www.selfdevelopmentpsychology.com. Until next time, remember, you are not a finished product. You are a work in progress. Keep building.